So I've been talking about intuition, and a lot of people are starting to talk about it because we're realizing intuition is the name of the game. So before the light kind of took over the dark quotient, when the light was a little bit lower in value on the planet, let's say, your intuition comes in quick, just like little quick thoughts, um, not like this longer time where you can kind of look at it, walk around it, understand it, and you've had to make quick choices. Those of you that have gone along with your intuition and made those choices, you're now reaping the benefits of it. But a couple things are going on. I want to talk about your thoughts and how to know if your thoughts are yours or if they're programmed thoughts for something else. And what's happening to intuition in the new age that we're going into. So we're in the golden age, or walking into the golden age. We're on the precipice of becoming a galactic society. And there is a galactic federation, despite what some TikTokers are saying. But the Galactic Federation is kind of like, I think about it as like the military over the whole galaxy. But they're not going to be running and controlling us. We are going to be going into a world where you will be running things how we want them. We are going to be spending the next couple years here. We're doing it now. We're going to be spending the next couple years seeing how the other side ran things and how we do or don't want those things in our new life. We're going to have all new leaders, all new people. I believe that this summer we will be seeing all of the dark baddies, what has happened to them and where they're going. And from what my understanding is, because I've never been a proponent of, just getting rid of these entities off of this planet so they can just come back. But from my understanding, they are taking them off planet. So their energies will not be here just still walking around. But we are going to still there's going to be people that are going to choose the 3D energies over the higher consciousness, and their lives will be struggle and difficult. There's still going to be people that choose, no matter what, to live the way they live, and won't be the leaders, won't be creating, but that's okay, because we are going into a world where everyone can do what they want, what they are feeling led to do. If you're not feeling like you want to have a whole big group like me and change the world with a community, of course not. But you'll be linking in with people like me that are creating the future and that are leading the future. Everybody is finally going to get to go by their free will and get to do what they truly want to do. And that brings us to the current day, where you guys are thinking a lot of things. You're not able to meditate because you have this shifting mind that's got all these thoughts running through it. Now, all of these thoughts are not yours. The majority of you guys are not having original thoughts. They are thoughts that are put on you, put over you through years and years of conditioning. It's like this. So all growing up, and then all through my 20s, so from 1996 to 2014 at the extreme end, I was living a life trying to fit into a box. And what box did I choose? The box was a box that was designed for me from other people. It was a box designed by religion. It was a box designed by The powers that be that told women how they're supposed to be, how they're supposed to look, what they're supposed to be interested in. And I was trying desperately to fit into that box, but I never did. And I never could. But I was able to, because I was in the church and I was in the Baptist church in more of leadership role in from 27 to 39, 40. And you will see that all of the things, if you really start thinking about all the things that you think about, how many of those things are actually what you want, or do they align with a paradigm that is out in the world, a way of believing, a religious paradigm, something your parents told you? The whole idea of like that you're raising your kids. So I have kids in all different groups. So I have two adult children, they're 27 and 25. And I raised them in the midst of this whole thing going on. And I had massive damage done to my firstborn when she was 18 months old due to vaccines. But I was in a paradigm. I was in a paradigm of believing that I needed to do these vaccines because what if she were to get one of the conditions and that I'd be in trouble and I would feel horrible that she got sick like this. I did not know the whole agenda. Knowledge is power. So back in the 90s, my thoughts and the way I was creating my world, I wasn't creating it. The world was created by the powers that be that told everybody that whether it be religion, whatever your thing is, for the last 20, 30 years, we have been in this paradigm of basing our life and creating the box that we live in based on what the outside world, the media, our friends, which the friends are getting their information from the media. I mean, I think it's kind of nuts that I have lost all of my religious quote friends, which obviously they weren't really my friends. Okay. Because true friends and the friends that I'm creating here in this new energy that I have in my reality shifter group, and also that we just text and we've seen each other. I've had people come out to South Carolina. Okay, those are my true friends because they're not basing their friendship with me on it. I will be friends with you as long as you think like me, as long as your paradigms and your means of controlling your being are the same as mine. If they're different, then I think that there's something bad about you and I'm afraid of you. So I'm going to stop calling you. I'm going to stop connecting with you. I'm going to stop acknowledging you. I'm not going to like your videos. I'm not going to interact with you because I think that you have gone to an extreme side that I don't understand and it scares me and I can't have a relationship with you. That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. And that is a very difficult place to be in as an individual that's going through this change, and you're knowing that that voice is leading you to where you need to go, but you don't want to necessarily lose your friends, lose your place in society, whatever it could be. And it is a very unsettling feeling. Now, before I moved to the East Coast, where I moved to upstate South Carolina, I lived in Washington State. So the question is, are you living in your true, authentic leanings and what you really want to do. How do you know if you are? Well, if you don't feel happy, if you don't feel happy with where you are and what you're doing, then that means that you are not living in alignment with your soul's cry, as I like to say. Once you get in alignment with your soul's cry, you start seeing the energies work and unravel in your favor. You start feeling better, even if you might have less, even if you might not have as many material things around you. Like I was saying earlier, I lost all my friends. All my church friends think that I have gone to some new age religion because they do not understand that about all of this. They don't understand about the galactic information. They think that extraterrestrials are demonic, and anybody who talks about it is demonic. And so they can't see this information. And I can tell you that as your consciousness raises, what you see compared to what your friend sees that's standing next to you, that's at a lower consciousness, is totally different. Like I'm able to see now, physically see the energies that are kind of moving around all of us that are in the ether. And I couldn't see those before. And I used to think that I needed to, be quiet about these things. Don't say them. They're not real. What is this? And be really confused about it. But now I know where these thoughts are coming from. I understand, as crazy as it is, I understand that we are in a game. It's exactly like a video game that we are in. We are electromagnetic beings. This flesh, it's just our avatar. And when you know this, that changes everything. It changes everything that you do. This understanding this power and understanding who I am and understanding that I can do anything that I want, I can create anything I want, is such transformational energy, and that drives you forward. So what if you said to yourself, I am going to go forward with my soul's cry, despite what anybody says. I don't know how it's going to work out, but I'm going to go forward with it and see what happens. And that is where your magic is. All the people that found their magic back in the day, they found their magic and wielded it. They were all called witches and they were burned at the stake. And they're trying to do that same thing now. Like people in my neighborhood think that I'm a witch, say that I'm a witch, but I don't care because I understand what that really is. I have found my magic. I am going to change the world in my unique way. I am going to continue to go out there and find all of the souls that there's tons of you guys that are light workers, star seeds, whatever you want to say, that have gotten yourselves because it's so difficult. You might be the ones that, you make street lights turn off when you walk by them because you're so powerful. And you might have had things happen to you in these last 20, 30 years where all of a sudden you don't like the same things, you like different things, and it's really hard to deal with. And this is different things happening to your being to fulfill your mission. But a lot of times that people get to that point and it's hard to deal with, and nobody believes you. Nobody believes you. And a lot of times those people turn to different substances and stuff to cope. But we don't want to do that. So I want to tell everybody the energies are changing. Your intuition plays a major, major role, and it plays the role for you. Start listening to it. Okay, you don't have to do some fancy meditation and set everything up, even though that is awesome, to set your environment up to be high vibrational. So you keep those lower densities out and you're going to be experiencing those energies, those densities coming out of you, and you're going to be experiencing a lot of symptoms. So just keep at it. Just keep knowing the truth. Say, I want to know who I am. I want to know what I'm to do. Bring people, places, things in my field to illuminate the direction I am to go into, and give me a peace that passes all understanding, please. That's what you say, and that's what you will get. What you say, literally every single thing that you say is going to come into fruition in some manner. So be careful what you say, what you think, what you say. If you're thinking negatively, or you're kind of down in the dumps in your thinking, look around your environment, look at the music you're listening to, listen to what are you watching, listening to on YouTube, on social media, who are your friends, who are your family, what's going on, because something in your environment is causing you to think like this, and you want to remove it. This isn't something of just will that you need to just be a better person. It's like, get it together, stop being so negative, you know this information. No, this is a time for you to just look and think, oh my gosh, this is making me feel really irritated. Why am I lashing out about this? I'll tell you an interesting story that's really easy and benign, to kind of illustrate this. So my husband, he has been on this ascension journey as well, like you all are. But obviously he's been behind me and what's going on with me. But he's been doing all the things, meditating, doing the zeolite spray for the heavy metal detox. He's taken the pineal clear, which is awesome. He's got the lymph and blood wash that he's doing. He's going on the vibration plate. Everything he's doing to get his body prepared for this time and prepared to go into the med beds, which we're really excited about, but we want to get ourselves as healthy as possible. So anyway, he's been doing that, and he's been weighing himself. Had the scale down, and he just kept on every day. He's weighing himself, and he's losing dramatic amount of weight. Well, it was bothering me because you women know we don't like to be presented with the scale. And though I've lost weight and I feel really great, it was like, oh, I want to get on the scale and see. And I started getting on the scale because it was sitting out there, and I would get on there and I would be up, 5 pounds or 3 pounds or 10 pounds or whatever. And then the next day I'd be down 7 pounds. Like, it was just this constant, and it just was affecting me, and it was upsetting me, even though he was just doing his own thing, and he was fine. For him, looking at the scale was a benefit for where he was at. For me, I'm not trying to lose weight. I don't like to go by scales. And so what I did was, I was like, okay, I don't need to keep on putting up with this. I said to him, I don't like the scale, but he just kept it there, because why would he think it's a big deal? But that scale was lowering my vibration every time I saw it. So I finally took the scale and I put it up, and I thought, okay, Derek can just get it when he wants it. But guess what? I put it somewhere where I can't even find it now, somewhere in my closet. But I feel better. Because I'm not presented with my weight all the time, like as if that's some marker of who I am. As a woman, you know that that's just something. Well, last night there was a scale up in the upstairs bedroom that he went on, and he told me that he went on that scale, and I was like, oh my God, because he does not need to lose any more weight. But he's down another 10, 11 pounds. And I started thinking, oh my God, you're going to be smaller than me. And I started thinking all these things like, I'm so big, and I don't want my husband to be bigger than me. It was so ridiculous. And so I told him, I'm like, just don't talk to me about the scale. And I'm really glad for you, and that you are getting healthy. And I am. So I started focusing on the fact that my husband, who used to be just his most important thing at night was ordering his pizza. That would be, we used to get Zeke's pizza, and I would get a salad from there, and he'd get his pizza, and we would watch stupid shows and then go to bed. And I was a good 40 pounds, 30, 40 pounds heavier than I am now. And he was a good 100 pounds, maybe 200 pounds from when I met him, if you can believe that. No, he wasn't 200, but still, because he's 5'9". But everything that we think, everything that we do matters right now. Matters. So set your environment up. Okay, if it doesn't feel good to find out your weight, don't find it out. If it doesn't feel good to call your mother, don't call her. Okay, if anybody is lowering your vibration at this time, it is being done so that you can see who you are and see your role, but it gives you another opportunity to remove them and to realize that you are the creator of your environment. You create everything that's in your environment, and you can create everything that you want to see in your environment right now. But you've just got to start doing the work, the meditation where you visualize where it is, what it is that you want, and you feel the emotion attached to that. You listen to high frequency music, you drink spring water, you eat as a fruitarian, or you eat intuitive eating. Right now, if you're just starting this, just eat what your body is craving, but try to eat the best version of it. Okay, the best version of that thing. So I just want to encourage all of you guys, times are changing. And there is a Galactic Federation, and it is working with the humans here on Earth. But right now, it's all up to us. It's all up to us to bring this in. So everybody connect with each other. We're doing this Gen X thing where everybody is connecting. The Gen X are leading this. But it's not just about getting, X amount of viewers, okay? It is about bringing people through this time in their highest vibration, so we have as many souls as we can to make it through. That is the mission. Now, how you are to perform it, that is for you to find out. But it's no longer hermit time for you light workers. You are not to be in the back. You are not to be in the bars. You are not to be in abusive relationships. Okay? You guys need to get out of your boxes and be free. And whatever that means, you need to go forward on it. If you are starting from the beginning and it feels so overwhelming, you don't know how you're going to get out of a marriage, you don't know how you're going to do this, okay? Just trust me in knowing that whatever comes to you as your first step to do, that's what you do. Everything as you knew it is going away. We're not going to be dealing with divorce attorneys. We're not going to be dealing with schools. We're not going to be dealing with courts. We're not going to be dealing with a lot of that stuff. If you don't choose it. But if you continue to choose it, the 3D world will be far, far in the distance from me, and you still can, because it's a free will planet. But I'm looking for the souls that want to link arms with me. And a lot of us are Gen X, because we are the indigo children that have woken up to who we are, and we are on our mission. So if you got this far in the video and you are an indigo, put in your blue hearts, because I want to say hello, because I know that you guys are out there. We're all waking up and we're going forward on our mission. And my goal is to reach as many in humanity as I can. And I've done several things to incorporate a way for that to happen. So I have an Ascension store, kind of 5D headquarters store that has beautiful items. All of my, that I was showing you, my lymph and blood wash, the TRS spray, all these kind of unique items that help raise your vibration, linen clothes, copper items, all are in my shop. So definitely check that out. It's at shoprawwithpeace.com. And then if you're looking for a community, which I know a lot of you are because I see it in the comments and you're lost. If you're looking for a community or just a place to land, you don't have to be active in it, but you can be. I created a community through Mighty Networks and it's called the Reality Shifters, and you can join that at therealityshifters.com. So www.therealityshifters.com. And then I also have my private community that I'm going to be building out physical. And if you want to read about that and kind of see some inspirational information on that, we should be having signups by 2027 to reserve your home or your retreat space or whatever will be available. And that is at rawwithpeace.com, and that is Serenity Cove. So my goal is for everybody to be raw with peace and to just feel that peace that passes all understanding. Know it's going to be okay. It's going to be more than okay. It's going to be absolutely phenomenal. So put in the comments if you relate to this. Let me know. Are my light workers seeing this? Are my light workers getting activated? Those of you that are still, you know who you are, but you're having a struggle. Let me know what do you need to get yourselves to that next bump point. Just go towards whatever's in your heart. If your heart says don't go to work, don't go to work. If it says to call somebody, call somebody. If it says to go on a hike somewhere, go on a hike somewhere. Okay, it says to read something, you get up in the middle of the night and you're prompted, get up and do it. Okay, do everything that your intuition is telling you to do at this time. It's vitally important. Think of it as your compass, and we will all get through this in the end. So it was great being here today with you guys, giving you this message. I am going to come on social media and make these messages as I'm led, but on a consistent basis, so that you guys have somebody that you can consistently turn to. And I'm doing a lot of stuff in the Reality Shifters. So definitely join that to get information that you can read while you're ascension, connect with me, connect with other higher beings and other people that are going through this. And let's do this, you guys. It's an amazing time to be alive. No time to be depressed. No time to be upset. Be excited and shine your light and shine it bright.